Sorry, I had a panic with the Discord password. Okay, streamer mode back on. So here's the thing. Discord. Discord has zero account recovery ability. So if you lose your password, you are simply screwed. I actually wound up writing it down beside my bank passwords. Passwords are so stupid now because every site wants to commit to a different level of complexity. So I can't use horse stepler 9000 for every site. That's a joke. Through 20 years of effort, we have successfully trained everyone to use passwords that are hard for humans to remember, but easy for computers to guess. The point is, you are better having more bits of entropy. Entropy, basically a longer password, is still better than a more complex one. Like if your password began with 20 years before having your actual password, it would be more secure than a 20-letter password. That why horse battery stapler is a better password than IPF33. Anyway, in case you're thinking of hacking my passwords, all my passwords have like 12 characters of entropy before the actual password. So you're not gonna brute force mine. Which brings up the other end of this argument. Why have a complex password when you can just reset the password to anything you have email to? That's what I've been doing for forum passwords. Can't remember it. Reset it, get the reset password from the email. Like if you won't let me have super memberships over 9,000 for all my forums, then I'm just gonna reset it every time anyway. Anyway, I'm being silly. Now I'm back in the present and it's completely shrouded in darkness. I can't see it, but I can feel the tension in the air. It's a state of emergency. And that's only natural. With a power failure, all of the cell bars open automatically. Plus now a death row inmate is loose in the darkness. I did what I promised Lynn. I stopped the execution. But that condemned criminal is now in just as much danger as before. The detective told me to head for the spoon when I got back to the present. So here I am. The bell better go back. Well, I'm back. Thank goodness someone flushed his toilet. That was good timing. Now to use the cover of darkness to help the detective escape. But first I have to find him. It's prisoner C-74. Secure the prisoner. Hum. It looks like there are hunters in this darkness. And wasn't his toilet not tipped over? I hope they haven't found Detective Jode. Huh, what that red light? It looks like the hunter's eyes glow red. It doesn't look like escape is going to be easy. Ah, there you are. I was wondering what I was going to do. Are you the one who made that toilet bell ring? That right. I still had another napkin lying around. Thanks to that, I managed to make it here. But how did you know to do that? I learned a few things about your ghost tricks during our time together. They certainly can be very useful powers, but at times not so much. I knew that the internal phones weren't working. You'd be trapped in the death chamber area. so I quickly came up with an alternative route. Here, that made use of sausage head spoon and my napkin. Wow, this detective is good. Next time you praise me, go ahead and say it out loud. Anyway, it looks like it's time for a strategy meeting. An escape strategy, huh? This could be interesting. Let's do it. So, let's make sure we're both clear. The key to my escape is this darkness. Once the basement power supply is restored, escape will be impossible. So move under cover of darkness, huh? I know I won't have much trouble with that. But I'm afraid I won't be able to see, so you'll have to lead the way. Lead the way. Once you find a safe spot for me to move to, I want you to give me a signal. Okay, fine, but how? Then the dead don't have voices. Even if they did, we have to be quiet. Don't you worry about that. I have an idea. Let's just try it and you'll see how it works. This detective likes to just dive right into things even more than Lynn does. If they find me, imagine they'll shoot first and ask questions later. But if I die again, we can just start over, right? He says cheerfully. Can you imagine just being shot repeatedly because the player kinda sucks at it? I don't know if you know it or not, but this is a special prison. There aren't any dangerous criminals here except for me, that is. Yes, I did hear something about it being a special place. Yes, and because of the special status, they're not prepared at all for emergencies. They have 4 timid security guards at most. I think I saw some hunters lurking in the darkness, though. Those are the guards. They're wearing night vision goggles. Night vision goggles? They're special glasses that let you see in the dark. Very handy things. If I enter their field of vision, it's all over. So it's all about staying out of the guard's line of sight, eh? Make sure you guide me to safe spots. Now, about that signal I want you to give me. Oh yeah, how am I supposed to do it? I've already been dead once. I don't know, it's because of it or what? I can sense your powers now. Are you what? For example, you're in the guard's bulletproof vest right now, aren't you? Well, I'm impressed. I guess you have a sixth sense. I think it's more like a detective sense. I think it's more like a detective sense. Oh, that doesn't sound right somehow. Oh, that doesn't sound right somehow. Anyway, the details don't matter. Do you see this here? Yeah, where did that come from? Let's use it as our signal. How will that work? How will that work? I'll sense it. Then I'll move to where you are. So, for example, if you move that spoon, I'll run to the spoon. Simple, right? Alright, fine. Let's start our escape plan. Just make sure you guide me to safe spots, Sissel. Oh, he's not moving. Seriously, game, you're killing me. He doesn't move until you move here. The guy from the above. What just happened? Apparently there was a hunter lurking in the ceiling. Could do something about him. It's so dark I can't even see the bullet coming. So what? He'd dodge the bullet if it wasn't dark. Come. This area under the stairs is a blind spot for the guards. They won't find him here. This spot is safe. Oh. Let's just keep it open-made. Rollin', rolling, rollin'. So, what do you think? I'd say if we've come this far, we did it. Great job, Sissel. The basement generator has been repaired, restoring power to all areas. Wow, we just made it. But the question is, what now? I don't have anywhere to go, do I? Maybe I'll go back to my cell. Ah, you better be kidding. But I'm still a condemned criminal, you know. I doubt anybody'd welcome me with open arms. Why don't you try contacting Lynn? She went to see some justice minister here. So an escaped death row convict is supposed to just report into the justice minister. Is that it? Man, I kind of like that. Anyway, after all the trouble you went through, I guess I'd better run. That would be nice, yes. All right, Sissel. Until we meet again. So now I've saved a condemned criminal's life and helped him escape. Was that really the right thing to do? I guess all I can do is believe in Lynn at this point. Detective Jode was painting my picture in his cell. He knows me. I'm sure I'll be talking to him again. The detective Dode, until we meet again, came around quicker than I expected. When I got back to the guard room, the next fateful call came in. Hello, this is. Cecil, are you there? Hello. Who's this? Oh, I'm not talking to you, officer. Anyway, if you're there, Cecil, come here immediately. I'll be waiting for you if you make it in time, that is. Hey, wait a minute. That call. Who was it from? I do know. Some weird call. Oh, but who? We'll call an end to my dancing. Yeah, well, once you get going like that. I'm not gonna stop ya. It's a contest then. Which will stop first, my dancing, or the turning of the planet? Yeah, good luck with that. on the other end of the telephone line. The scene that greets me tells me one simple fact. That our great escape plan has ended in failure. Never expected to see you here, Inspector Cabanella. I believe that my line, my old friend. What were you doing here? I believe that's mine too, clearly. I came to attend your execution. They told me what time it was. Couldn't get into the chamber, so I was observing a moment of silence here. And when I looked up, my eyes full of tears, they were baby. It's just the way things turned out. I took part in what seemed like a fun game, and here I am. Here's what I wish my old friend. Wish it was anybody but me who found you here. Suppose now that I found you, man, I have to turn you in. You have to stay spotlessly clean after all. Thanks for coming. I wanted to say goodbye to you. As you can see, I guess I'm not going to be much help to you. What's going to happen to you? Being executed tonight is just about the only thing on my schedule, it seems. Executed her. Death is pretty much meaningless to me. Anyway, I guess we'll be seeing each other again. By the way, there's something I'm looking for. Oh, that right. Your lost memory. You know things I'd like to know. Would you mind if I ask you a few questions? In return for tonight's fun little game, aesthetic. I saw it, you know. That picture you were painting in your cell tonight. That was me. Which means you must know me. I'm very sorry, Bus. I can't talk to you about that now. For what? Why not? Because... I don't know your true face. My true face. I'm a detective. I can only talk about what I'm sure of. However, I can give you one lead, at least. A lead. Would it visit? A long time ago, I gave Lynn something to hold on to for me. It was a music box. If you ever come across it, I advise you to open it. It might jog your memory. That wooden box I found in Lynn's apartment. Is that the only help I can give you right now? That man pointing the gun at you right now to say he's your good friend. were in the detective division together. That was a long time ago. Now he's the head of the Special Investigation Unit, the top of the elite. Why was he investigating a murder, though? Was he just the nearby detective? Getting ahead is the only thing he thinks about now. And that white coat of his is the symbol of his determination. His white coat. Or is somebody looking to get promoted to the top? What the one thing they're afraid of most? A blot on their record, of course. Like a stain on a pure white coat. Who would promote a man with a coat covered in stains? If it was me, I'd go with a black coat that didn't show the stains. Says the man wearing red. The world is full of excellent candidates. Even one mistake could be the end of a career. But everybody makes mistakes, right? Nevertheless, Cavanilla has chosen the path of the white coat. And he'd do anything at all, to hide his coat's shadows. Like send his good friend to the gallows. Because that's the right thing to do. I'm a condemned criminal, after all. And that's why he has that gun pointed at me right now. Is your execution really the right thing to do? Is your execution really the right thing to do? I had a fair trial, and that what was decided, no problem there. But still, this is the punishment that I should receive. In order to bring a final close to that case and put it to rest forever. Lynn believes you're innocent. She's running around right now trying to prove it. Is that all you have to leave her with? No problem there. Eek. I was sentenced to the death penalty for killing my wife, Alma. But to me, that's not all it was for. What do you mean? That not all it was for? I'm talking about something that happened even before this case. I stole somebody else's life. Well, what? It was 10 years ago. I'll never forget it. That day I saved the life of a little girl. And I stole away the life of a man. "10 years ago, the life of a little girl." Could that little girl? Lynn. She told you about that? Yeah. She said you're her hero. Now just calm down and drop that weapon. Stay back. If you come any closer, I'll shoot her. 10 years ago, in a certain park, a little girl was taken hostage. 10 years ago, in a certain park, a little girl was taken hostage. I was still young then. I didn't have any self-control. I remember asking myself at the time, Jode, are you going to shoot this guy? And this is what I answered. Yeah, I'm going to shoot. My hand was shaking a little. If my hand slipped, the man might die. Even the little hostage girl was in danger. Nevertheless, that was my answer. Yeah, I'm going to shoot. And the man died. I took his life. Lynn was never told the outcome. She was so young at the time. I don't deserve to be called a hero. What I deserve is execution. Ready to go. My arms are getting tired. You got it, baby. Time for the big shoe of hauling you in. Oh, that's right. Just let me make one last phone call. That's a big fake favor to ask so casually, my old friend. Tell you what I'll do, pretend I'm not watching. I'll be listening, though. On that you can rely. Sissel, you've got your own path to follow. You'd better hurry. My own path? Lynn is at the Justice Minister office right now, right? It might not be a bad idea to say my final farewells to him, too. Hello. Everything is fine here. Is this the chicken kitchen? I'd like to request a delivery. Okay. The chicken kitchen is next door. Goodbye. Huh. It sounds like she's in some kind of trouble. It does, doesn't it? Go help her out, Cecil. Sorry to keep you waiting, Inspector. Ready to go. Oh, before I forget. I have a little something for you. A present, if you will. There's nothing else like it, baby. If there's nothing else like it, don't throw it. What this? A pocket watch. Considering my situation, it's the last thing in the world I need right now. Forgive me, man, let's just say I'm no good at choosing presents. This is it, Cecil. Let me just leave you with one thing. Don't trust other people's memories. Look for what you seek with your own eyes. I'll remember that. They're gone. There's nothing left here. No hope and no course either. Without any cores, I can't follow after them. This is the end of my adventure. I feel pretty dejected, but I guess I'd better go find Len. I'll follow the path Detective Joe pointed out to me. The path to the Justice Minister's office where Len went to try and stop the execution. Be right back.